So we talked yesterday about the potential lawsuit that Walmart is facing or is bracing for which they will then respond to once properly served by the person who wanted to sue them for discrimination. And in this lawsuit, we discussed, if you guys have seen the video, just drop a 1 in the comments and let me know you've seen the video from yesterday about the Walmart lawsuit, and a 2 if you haven't seen it yet. And if it is a 2, then go watch it and come on back and let's expand on this conversation, this dialogue about what's happening at Walmart, stores closing, more importantly, Walmart going out of business. Because in response to that video, in response to the question that I presented to you of, would you want the $100 million windfall judgment after having sued Walmart, the world's largest brick and mortar retailer with over 4,500 stores, 4,600 stores? Would you want $175 million? Because the lawsuit, the dialogue was a little bit unclear if it was $100 million or $175 million, but also the alternative option being unlimited lifetime free shopping. So, interestingly enough, a lot of the comments that came back on that video expanded my thoughts on the entire situation. So again, if you haven't seen it, or even if you have seen it, go back and watch it again and read the comments and see what folks are saying. Because essentially, somebody was like, well, if you're suing Walmart for discrimination, why would you ever want to step foot back inside the store if they were to offer you unlimited lifetime free shopping? Which is a great point. It's a great point. Additionally, this comment here really stood out to me. Okay. And it says that, well, though unlimited shopping may sound nice, Walmart could go out of business and then it's no good. And the money you can spend anywhere. So I'll take the cash, bro, for life. LOL. Yeah. 100 million, 175 million, that should last you for your lifetime. It should last for several lifetimes, really, if you know how to manage your money properly. And this is not a plug of any sort. This video is not sponsored by any way, any shape or form, but I do want to let you guys know that there is a link down below in the description to get a free personal finance planning guide. So it's 100% free. If you guys are interested, the link's down below in the description. And it will take you to buy me a coffee where you can download it for free, 100% for free. But essentially, Walmart going out of business could happen, right? The comment makes perfect sense. Now, even though Walmart is a massive corporation, giant company, turning billions and billions of dollars in revenue and profits, the likelihood is that it could happen to anybody. Odds are not necessarily in their favor for going out of business because I just don't see it really happening, but it could. And therefore, getting a windfall like free, unlimited anything would be useless. It'd be worthless if they went out of business, unless within that there was some sort of language for whoever would ultimately end up buying this bankrupt Walmart would then extend that same free unlimited shopping for life to you. But let's just say you win. That's finite, unless again, in the language it's transferable, which oddly enough probably would never happen, believe it or not. Whereas the money could be passed down to future generations and more importantly, protected from a variety of threats, including the tax man in strategic wealth planning and recession planning, or recession and secession planning, and living trusts and other assets and business structures to keep your money protected and safe. Anybody who wants to have further conversations, feel free, reach out, hit me up. My info is in the description down below. But as we talk about companies potentially going out of business, that means that if the company goes out of business, that means that people will lose their jobs. People will be unemployed. People will be fired, essentially fired with no notice, possibly laid off, terminated, and unemployed. No paycheck coming in. And right now, January 12th, as I speak to you, 2024, there is a growing concern for the ability to produce a consistent paycheck, okay? And I can tell you this from firsthand experience from so many different people that I'm talking to that are connecting with me through a variety of resources, being email, Instagram, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, the whole list, phone calls that you guys have booked and chats that we have had. And essentially, a steady paycheck in 2024 is a big deal. And it's not just from folks who have the traditional 9-to-5 W-2 job. It's from other professionals. More so specifically, content creation, content creators in the creator economy. As I was just talking to somebody in Fort Walton or Pensacola the other day, and they were out. They were no longer receiving a steady paycheck as a result of the writers' strike. Now, granted, there has been resolution since, but it ultimately impacted their ability to produce a steady paycheck. Even if the government were to shut down, those folks too would be impacted from receiving a steady paycheck, even though when the shutdown ceased, they would then be paid retroactively. Moving on to content creators, which are primarily hitting me, pinging me, asking me, Kevin, can you audit my channel? Can you do a channel audit and help me get my channel back on track? I'm losing money. I'm not making money. I'm no longer getting a steady paycheck. I don't have any sponsors. My sponsorships have gone down. My affiliate links have gone down. I'm not getting the conversions. I'm not getting the memberships. All these different things are impacting people. And there's one in particular that I watch, and I don't really watch, but I see it because it pops up on my YouTube studio, on my back end here on my YouTube studio. And it shows me what's going on and ultimately what's happening, what you guys are watching, yada, yada, yada. And I'm seeing them take a drastic decline. It's like a nosedive. It's devastating, catastrophic, and almost saddening to see as they are struggling to continue to carry on, but obviously don't really know exactly what that looks like, which is why a channel audit is so important. But even with that, there are extreme caveats to that, and the changes that are happening now here on the back end behind the scenes are no different than the changes that are happening out in the real world with companies like Meta and Google and all these other companies laying off people specifically targeting a particular group within the company's organizational structure, and that being middle management. So if you are middle management, just like we were talking about before and discussing the risks and the challenges and the threats to middle income or middle class income, well, middle management would fall within that niche, would fall within that category, and that group. And that subset of employment. Middle management is being focused on and targeted by companies like Meta and Google and all these other big companies and small companies too, as they are looking at where are their operational expenses and costs going to, what is the return, what would they lose, what would they benefit by laying off and firing and terminating these people, and more so importantly, how can their job duties be shifted and offset onto others and or onto AI at a fraction of the cost. It's a possibility. It's real. It's happening. Will Walmart go out of business? Only time will tell. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. And don't forget, get your free personal financial guide. Click the link down below in the description. Please smash that like button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys real soon.